Welcome to another exciting episode of Howard's Opinion. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm thrilled to have you tuning in today. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you, packed with the latest sports news and analysis. To kick things off, let's dive into the world of baseball and the recent MLB draft. The draft is always an exciting time for fans, as it brings new talent and hope to their favorite teams. This year's draft was no exception, with some surprising picks and notable selections. One of the biggest winners of the draft was the Seattle Mariners, who moved up from the 17th pick to the 3rd pick and snagged top pitching prospect Cade Anderson. The Mariners front office must be thrilled to have landed such a talented player, and fans are no doubt eager to see him take the mound. Another team that made some noise in the draft was the Colorado Rockies, who selected Ethan Holliday, the son of former Rockies star Matt Holliday. The Rockies' social media team was quick to capitalize on the moment, sharing adorable baby pictures of Ethan in a Rockies jersey. It's always great to see teams embracing their history and legacy, and this pick is sure to bring some excitement to the Rockies faithful. But not everyone was a winner in the draft. Fans who were hoping to catch a glimpse of their team's new prospect were left disappointed, as no players attended the draft in person for the first time in 15 years. Instead, they conducted video interviews from home, which made for a somewhat lackluster viewing experience. It's understandable that the league wants to prioritize player comfort and convenience, but it's hard not to feel like something was missing without the energy and excitement of having the players there in person. We'll be discussing more of the draft's highlights and lowlights throughout the show, so stay tuned for that. We'll also be diving into other sports news, including updates from the world of football, basketball, and more. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and settle in for another fantastic episode of Howard's Opinion. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Speaking of divisions, welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. We're diving headfirst into the world of NFL divisions, and I've got a real treat for you today. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Howard, what makes a division truly great? Well, let me tell you, it's not just about having one or two powerhouse teams. It's about the overall depth, competitiveness, and excitement that each team brings to the table. Now, our friends over at Yahoo Sports have been weighing in on this very topic, and I've got some fascinating insights to share with you. It seems that Eric Edholm of NFL.com has ranked all 8 divisions, and the NFC East comes in at number 4. Yes, you heard that right, number 4. Now, I know what you're thinking. Howard, how can this be? The NFC East has the Super Bowl champion Eagles, the rising Commanders, and a slew of talented teams. And to that, I say, exactly. It's precisely because of these factors that the NFC East should be considered one of the top divisions in the league. But Edholm's ranking has sparked an interesting debate. He argues that while the Eagles are certainly a force to be reckoned with, concerns remain on defense for the Commanders, and the Cowboys and Giants have their own set of challenges to overcome. Now, I'm not entirely convinced by this assessment, folks. I mean, Jaden Daniels is already making waves as one of the top quarterbacks in the division, and the addition of Laramie Tunsil and Deebo Samuel to the Commanders' offense is a game-changer. And let's not forget about the Eagles themselves. With their stout defense and high-powered offense, they're looking to defend their title and prove that last season was no fluke. But what about the Cowboys? Can Brian Schottenheimer revitalize the run game and get Dak Prescott back on track? And what about the Giants? Will Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston be the answer to their quarterback woes? These are just a few of the questions swirling around the NFC East, folks. And I've got to say it's going to be an absolute thrill ride watching these teams battle it out this season. So, where do you stand on this debate? Do you think the NFC East is the best division in football, or does another division take the crown? Let us know your thoughts. And speaking of divisions, We've got a great discussion brewing in our comments section. Be sure to tune in and join the conversation. We love hearing from you, folks. Stay tuned for our final story of the day right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to the closing segment of Howard's Opinion. As we conclude our discussion on various sports-related topics, I'd like to shift our focus to the world of cricket and the upcoming Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. The International Cricket Council's meetings in Singapore are set to be pivotal, with a key debate centered around how teams will qualify for the Olympic competitions. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, cricket at the Olympics? That's a new one. And you're right, it is a significant development. With the 6-team men's and women's competitions to be played at a temporary venue in Pomona, the question on everyone's mind is, how will teams qualify for this prestigious event? The ICC's 20 rankings have been considered as a possible method, but I'm pleased to report that there's growing momentum for T20 qualification tournaments instead. This approach would not only provide more excitement and drama, but also offer a fairer chance for smaller cricket nations to participate. As Zimbabwe cricket chair Tavangwa Mukulani aptly put it, we should really make the most of cricket being in the Olympics and have qualifying tournaments instead of rankings, which don't make sense in terms of trying to develop the sport. I couldn't agree more. The qualifying tournaments would be a great way to showcase the talent and determination of teams from around the world. Of course, there are also arguments in favor of using rankings, citing cost efficiency and logistical difficulties. However, I believe that a combination of both approaches could be the way forward. As Sumo Demoda, an associate member representative on the Chief Executive's Committee, noted, discussions will be focused on what is the best option, and there is the cost factor to consider, but inclusivity has to be a factor too. As we look ahead to the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics and beyond, it's essential that the ICC makes an informed decision that benefits the sport as a whole. The prospect of cricket being part of the Brisbane 2032 Olympics and future games is an exciting one, and I'm confident that the right approach will be taken. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts. The world of sports is full of complexities and nuances, but with open dialogue and a willingness to listen, we can work towards creating a more inclusive and exciting experience for athletes and fans alike. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep on sharing your opinions.